Even when you think you've cut ties, a narcissist often finds ways to remain a shadow in your life, silently observing your every move. Their obsession with control knows no bounds, and this compulsion drives them to keep tabs on you, even from a distance. They rely on subtle, covert methods to ensure you remain within their grasp, making it all the more challenging for victims to recognize the extent of their surveillance. Today, I want to uncover the chilling reality of how narcissists secretly spy on their targets and the reasons behind their actions. The primary motivation for this behavior lies in the narcissist's unrelenting need for control and validation. By monitoring your life, they seek to remain informed about your activities, successes, and struggles. For them, it's not merely curiosity, but a strategic maneuver to compare themselves to you and seize any opportunity to reassert dominance. To a narcissist, every detail of your life is ammunition, a chance to manipulate circumstances to their advantage. What makes their tactics particularly insidious is how they operate under the radar. Their methods are designed to avoid detection, ensuring you remain unaware of their watchful eye. This level of secrecy amplifies the danger, as it creates a false sense of security for the victim. You might think you've moved on, that the past is behind you, but the narcissist's silent presence lingers, fueled by their deep-seated need to stay connected to their target. Even if communication has ceased entirely, don't be fooled into believing you've escaped their sphere of influence. Narcissists are resourceful and often enlist those around them, friends, acquaintances, even family members, to gather information about you. This indirect spying can feel like betrayal, as the people you trust might unknowingly become conduits for the narcissist's schemes. It's not just the narcissist you must distance yourself from, but also anyone who remains loyal to their manipulative agenda. In this discussion, I'll delve into 7 of the most common strategies narcissists use to secretly keep tabs on their victims. From leveraging social media to exploiting mutual connections, their arsenal of tactics is vast. Understanding these methods is crucial for anyone recovering from narcissistic abuse, because true freedom requires not just cutting ties, but also fortifying boundaries against their covert interference. It's a sobering reality to confront, but knowledge is power. By shedding light on their spying habits, we can empower survivors to take back control of their lives. Let this be a reminder you deserve to live free from their grasp, to thrive beyond their reach, and to safeguard your peace from those who seek to disrupt it. In today's interconnected digital world, social media surveillance has become one of the most insidious tools for control and manipulation, especially in the hands of narcissists. While this behavior alone doesn't automatically label someone as a narcissist, it is a common tactic they use to exert influence and maintain a watchful eye on others. If you've ever dealt with a narcissist, whether in the past or present, it's essential to recognize these strategies, as they often serve as subtle yet powerful means of control. What makes social media surveillance so appealing in our technological age is its sheer convenience. It can be done anonymously, from virtually anywhere, and often leaves no trace. Narcissists often exploit fake accounts or leverage mutual friends' profiles to monitor your online activity without revealing their true intentions. Even more cunningly, new narcissists in your life might try to earn your trust by insisting on becoming friends on social media platforms. This seemingly innocent connection grants them direct access to your posts, comments, and interactions, giving them the ability to observe, analyze, and ultimately manipulate your digital footprint. But why does this matter? For narcissists, control is everything. By keeping tabs on your life through social media, they can gather insights to use against you, whether to gaslight, guilt-trip, or assert dominance in subtle ways. They may craft a facade of care and curiosity while covertly exploiting the information they collect. For those who have escaped the grip of a narcissist or are trying to protect themselves, understanding these tactics is crucial for reclaiming autonomy and safeguarding personal boundaries. Let me be clear, not everyone who engages in these behaviors is a narcissist. Many people may exhibit similar tendencies out of curiosity or habit. However, in the hands of a narcissist, these tactics are far from innocent. They are calculated moves designed to maintain control, erode trust, and keep others within their sphere of influence. Recognizing these patterns doesn't just empower you to set boundaries, it also allows you to regain control over your digital life and emotional well-being. As you navigate relationships both online and offline, it's important to stay vigilant. Trust is a powerful bond, but it should be given wisely and not out of obligation. By understanding how narcissists use seemingly harmless tools like social media to monitor and manipulate, you can protect your peace and foster relationships built on genuine connection and mutual respect. In relationships, narcissists are incredibly opportunistic, always looking for ways to gain the upper hand. They often exhibit a tendency to rush intimacy, trying to get close to you at an alarmingly fast pace. This urgency isn't driven by genuine connection, but by an ulterior motive to establish control. In one of my videos, I delve into the reasons why a narcissist seeks to befriend you and the subtle strategies they employ to infiltrate your life. Adding to this complexity, many narcissists leverage social media as a tool for their schemes. Whether they're quietly observing your posts or actively using these platforms to monitor your activities, their surveillance often begins long before you're even aware of their interest. When a narcissist sets their sights on a new target, their patience can be unnerving. They might dedicate significant time to studying your habits, preferences, and routines. The first layer of their control often involves digital surveillance. Narcissists have no qualms about exploiting technology to keep tabs on you. This might involve installing spyware on your phone or computer, allowing them to track your messages, calls, emails, and even your physical location. These invasive tactics are designed to strip away your privacy, making you feel exposed and vulnerable. Taking their obsession further, some narcissists employ GPS trackers, which can be discreetly attached to your personal belongings, enabling them to monitor your movements with precision. Their insecurities and possessive tendencies often drive such behavior. Shockingly, there are cases where they go as far as placing hidden cameras inside your home to watch your activities in what should be your safest space. This is where their methods cross into physical surveillance. Narcissists might follow you to your workplace, appear uninvited at social events, or loiter near your home under the guise of coincidence, all while claiming to care about you. Their manipulation doesn't stop there. Narcissists are skilled at enlisting others into their schemes, turning your loved ones into unwitting accomplices. They might pretend to be concerned for your safety, convincing your friends, family members, or even neighbors to report back on your whereabouts and activities. This network of spies amplifies their control, isolating you further while making you question whom you can trust. Finally, there's the tactic of interrogation, a method often disguised as casual conversation. Narcissists are notorious for talking about themselves, but when they shift the spotlight onto you, it's rarely out of genuine interest. Instead, they ask pointed, repetitive questions about your life, extracting details that can later be used to manipulate or control you. What feels like a harmless exchange is often a calculated effort to gain more power over you. Understanding these strategies is crucial for protecting yourself from their manipulative grasp. Narcissists thrive on control and intrusion, using a blend of charm, cunning, and coercion to achieve their goals. By recognizing their tactics, you can take steps to safeguard your boundaries and reclaim your sense of autonomy. When a narcissist takes an interest in your life, it's rarely out of genuine care or curiosity. Beneath their facade lies a calculated intent to gather information about you. They may probe directly, asking seemingly innocent questions, or they might employ more indirect tactics, involving mutual friends or family members to uncover details you haven't willingly shared. This is why it's crucial to be cautious about who you trust with personal information. Even casual conversations can become tools in the hands of a narcissist. One of the most invasive methods they employ is financial monitoring. Narcissists often seek access to your financial accounts under the guise of concern or practicality. But their true aim is far more sinister. By tracking your spending habits and controlling your financial decisions, they attempt to erode your independence. This is nothing short of financial exploitation, designed to keep you reliant on them. The less freedom you have, the easier it is for them to maintain their dominance over your life. For those who share children with a narcissist, the challenges intensify. Co-parenting with a narcissist can feel like navigating a minefield. Unfortunately, they might manipulate your children, coaxing them to share intimate details about your life. These conversations, often disguised as innocent inquiries, are orchestrated to provide the narcissist with ammunition. As heartbreaking as it may seem, safeguarding your boundaries might mean being selective about what you share with your kids, at least for now. Protecting your emotional and physical well-being must take precedence, even when it feels unfair. Perhaps the most destructive tactic in a narcissist's arsenal is the smear campaign. This method is not only malicious but meticulously strategic. By spreading lies, twisting truths, and tarnishing your reputation, the narcissist aims to isolate you socially and emotionally. The fallout can be devastating, as people you once trusted may turn against you, believing the fabrications. However, the smear campaign serves another purpose. It acts as a litmus test for your support system. The narcissist watches closely to see who stands by your side. Once identified, these allies often become the narcissist's next targets, as they attempt to manipulate or recruit them into becoming informants. In each of these methods, the underlying goal is the same: control. Whether through financial dependency, emotional manipulation, or social sabotage, the narcissist thrives on dismantling your autonomy. Recognizing these tactics is the first step toward reclaiming your power. Guard your personal information, set firm boundaries, and protect your emotional and financial independence. Most importantly, remind yourself that their behavior is not a reflection of your worth, it's a reflection of their insecurity and need for dominance. By understanding their strategies, you can begin to dismantle their influence, piece by piece, and take back the narrative of your life. Remember, awareness is your strongest defense against their attempts to undermine you. Stay vigilant, and trust that brighter, freer days lie ahead. Narcissists are masters of manipulation, driven by an insatiable need for control and power. To achieve their aims, they will exploit any resource within their reach, often operating covertly to gather information or monitor their target. While social media and modern technology provide them with obvious tools, their tactics extend far beyond the digital realm. They are adept at involving third parties, mutual friends, colleagues, or even unsuspecting family members, transforming them into unknowing participants in their schemes. Through these indirect channels, narcissists weave an intricate web of surveillance, leaving their victims unaware of how deeply their lives are being scrutinized. What makes these behaviors so sinister is their subtlety. Victims often don't realize they are being monitored or manipulated until the damage is already done. Every piece of information, no matter how trivial, becomes ammunition in the narcissist's arsenal. This relentless pursuit of control allows them to assert dominance while eroding their target's sense of security and autonomy. By keeping the victim in a state of uncertainty, they maintain their grip, creating a cycle of dependency and vulnerability. Understanding these tactics is crucial in breaking free from the narcissist's hold. The first step is recognizing the signs, whether it's unexpected questions that reveal knowledge they shouldn't have, or a mutual acquaintance casually bringing up something you thought was private. Being aware of these patterns empowers you to protect yourself, whether through setting boundaries, limiting access to your personal information, or seeking support from trusted individuals. Before we wrap up, I want to encourage you to reflect on your own experiences. Have you ever encountered a situation where someone used subtle, indirect methods to monitor or control you? Perhaps you've been the target of a narcissist who relied on technology or mutual connections to keep tabs on your life. If so, I invite you to share your story in the comments below. Your voice can help others recognize these behaviors and take steps to protect themselves. Thank you for taking the time to listen and engage. Together we can shed light on these manipulative tactics and empower others to reclaim their sense of freedom and self-worth. Remember, awareness is the first step to breaking free. Let's continue this important conversation.